Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here with your Monday morning market webcast. Okay, so you can see this resistance in the 2600 area for the last three sessions. That's been an issue for the bears. They've pushed back now to the new weekly pivot, which comes in at 2572.75. They tried to convert it overnight. They weren't able to do so. We're actually trading back above it now. We had a couple of looks at 78 overnight. We may get another look at 78 here. So for me, Monday, weekly pivot, whippy, choppy, gonna battle over it over the course of at least the morning, I would imagine. And then it's got to make a decision. Do the bulls want to try to run it back towards the daily pivot there, 25.90, close the gap from the Friday close? Or are we going to convert this thing, head back down towards the monthly pivot, and try to see if the bears can establish some tape control by keeping the weekly pivot as resistance at least through Monday into Tuesday? There are a lot of unknowns out there right now. It's been a very choppy market. We had it over, we had a really solid 100 and something handle week, but it was in the midst of a lot of chop. And it got to the point where on Friday I was like, you know what, they can have it. We've made our month. Yeah, we have. We've made our month, but at the point, we've made our week. It's been a good day. That's it. I'm not going to, on a Friday, sit around and watch this thing churn and try to catch, two sides of something. So we'll see what today brings. I think it's going to bring more chop, at least off the open. You've got these big inflection points that the tape is trying to deal with, from the weekly pivot, all the way up to 2600. These are big areas. They're, you've got things like, you got the 2600 area. You've got the pre-FOMC price at 25.86 that really hasn't been converted on a definitive basis. The most encouraging thing for the bears there is the fact that they went up early in the overnight and traded as high as 85.5, and they haven't been back. If that's going to be a seal of 86, that's good news for them. Then eventually that weekly pivot will give it up. I don't think it's going to be that easy. I really don't. Neither side is performing particularly well. Neither side is finishing, and neither side is, and they're not finishing because they're not executing at the moments that they need to execute. Where do the bulls need to execute? 2600. Turn that into support, and then we start to think about making a run towards those 200-day moving averages that are anywhere between 27.05 to 27.38, depending on which one you think is, special to you. Where do the bears fail to execute? Well, right down here at weekly pivot in the moment. Last week, they had a couple of opportunities to take out the monthly pivot down at 48, and they couldn't do it. So in the moments of decision, neither side is executing so that they can finish the move and grab the next leg of this tape. So be wary. Take your profits where you find them. Don't get too committed to one side or the other. Don't start falling into the trap of let's add, let's really plant our flag, because if you're wrong, then you're going to be the bag holder on a pretty big move that's going to stretch from the end of January into February. And we're trying to decide right now, what's that move going to be? So everybody have a fantastic day. We'll be out with some more stuff on social. Follow us there. If you're thinking about joining, now's the time. We got a bunch of new people in. They're all learning together, and it's a great environment. So come on in. You're going to love what you find. If you were waiting until after the new year to come back, come on back. Come on back. As Tom Pritchard would say, come on in. The water's fine. Everybody have a fantastic day. I'll catch you guys over on social. Trade them well. Talk to you then. Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Princeton Trader. Check us out on Facebook and join us for a free trial at www.princetontrader.com. Trade them well.